Good morning, everyone. I'm Haley Kober.
And I'm James Ottaviano. In the news today, Amity Robotics program is gearing into action, a look back at the Amity Winter Concert, and a couple of closer looks at the boys' ice hockey team and basketball teams.
The Amity Robotics Club has been hard at work for the past few weeks preparing for a competition held January 5th. For more on the program, here is Matt Prusen.
The Amity Robotics Club began preparing for competition late last year, after finishing and choosing their best two robots. They came from groups led by juniors Evan Gentile and Arlo Eitzer. Both spent months working on their robots and finally had the chance to watch them run just a few weeks before the competition. Gentile's robot works with a simple scoop, claw, and elevate technique. At one time, it can pick up 5 bean bags, the most important part of the scoring process. This is no small feat. In years past, this would only be accomplished late in the school year. To see a robot doing this at such an early stage shows impressive design and engineering on the group's part. Eitzer's robot works much the same way as Gentile's, minus the claw. It moves forward to scoop up bean bags, which are then secured in a tray using a string. Then the motors move the entire piece upward to dump the bags into a scoring trough. While a little shaky in its performance at times, the robot can still handle the extremes of competing and does exceptionally well. The club's first competition was held on Saturday, January 5th at Manchester High School. It was a qualifying event, meaning that performing well was necessary to qualify for future competitions. Overall, the Amity robots did very well. In the initial qualifying round, Eitzer's robot took 14th place, while Gentile's received a stunning 4th place finish. Such an accomplishment allowed both teams to be picked for the quarterfinal. Here, Eitzer and his team would not advance, but Gentile would move on to the semifinal round. The robot put up a good fight but would ultimately fail to defeat its foe, dropping it out of the competition. Although neither team won, both qualified for the regional competition set to be held in New Britain on February 14th. The teams hope to do even better in this next event. During their downtime, they will be making slight changes to their robots, improving upon their scoring system, and fixing any mistakes they may have found. Hopefully, there will be more good news to come for these two teams. For Amity Real News, I'm Matt Prusen.
Every quarter, teachers administer a citizenship grade to their students, along with their marking period grade. Students can either receive a 1, unsatisfactory, 2, needs improvement, 3, satisfactory, or 4, exemplary. Any student who earns either all 4s or no more than 2 3s is awarded citizenship. Citizenship provides students with a sticker on their student ID that allows them to walk the halls without a pass for the next marking period. In addition, seniors who receive citizenship are allowed to use the senior lounge during their study halls. Students earning this honor are also invited to an ice cream social. In the first marking period of the year, over 500 students achieved citizenship. Due to the overwhelming amount of students who achieve citizenship, administration decided to cut the social into 2 parts, with seniors and juniors receiving citizenship on December 14th, while the freshmen and sophomores received their ice cream and sticker on Thursday, December 20th.
Yesterday from 9:40 to 11:40, the high school hosted an internet safety presentation in the auditorium. The goal of this presentation was to inform students of the many possible dangers when using the internet. The use of the internet has become such a large part of the daily routine that it is very important to inform students that even though there are many good things about the internet, there are dangers as well. Tonight from 6:30 to 9 p.m. in the auditorium, parents will have the opportunity to view the same educational presentation. The presentation provides a great deal of information about how to stay safe while using the internet. The main goal of the presentation is to educate the audience on facts that they may not have already known about the safe and appropriate internet use. Every holiday season, the Smile Club partners with New Haven Elementary students in a school social gathering here at Amity High School. Lauren Ide has the report.
Right now, Amity's cafeteria may seem empty, but in a few short moments, it will be filled with students from John Daniel School in New Haven.
On December 17, 2012, Amity Smile Club hosted its annual holiday party in the school cafeteria. Each year, the club gets together and invites students from John Daniel School in New Haven to attend. Each student from the Smile Club is paired up with 1 or 2 students from John Daniels and brings them a gift, stocking full of goodies, and a plate of tasty treats for the New Haven child. The holiday party is a great experience for both Amity and John Daniels students. John Daniels students are able to receive gifts and some holiday cheer. This year's holiday party had an amazing turnout, George Jean, one of the Smile Club advisors, was so excited to see the large turnout. Towards the end of the party, Amity's dance team did a holiday dance for the students, and the Smile Club was even able to get Santa to come and bring some holiday cheer to John Daniel's students. The students went crazy when Santa appeared, and the best part of the night by far was seeing the smiles on all of the younger children's faces. For WABN Student News, I am Lauren Ide.
Peer tutoring is an after-school event aimed at helping Amity students with any academic subject work through a peer study program. Students can sign up for a peer tutoring program for one-on-one help or small group sessions. Homework Help Center is also available on Tuesdays after school for those who sign up in the guidance office. These helpful after-school sessions are open to students from any grade. Both peer tutoring and the Homework Help Center are held in the Media Center. All students are encouraged to join. Visit the guidance office or see Allison Stack with any questions.
Regardless of year, many students get nervous around midterms. This is even worse for the freshman class. For many, it's the first time they've ever taken such a test. To help them out, the Link crew throws Cocoa and Creme, an event designed to help the freshman class with any anxiety and answer any questions they may have. The Link crew leaders are split into different stations, each station with a different subject. Students are free to talk to the leaders and ask whatever questions they wish. Hot cocoa is also provided for all at the event. This year, Cocoa and Creme will take place on Tuesday, January 22nd. Academic scheduling and course selection is fast approaching for freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Rob Schumann, Director of Counseling, has more on this year's process.
Good morning, Amity. We're coming up on midterm exams, and as a result, we're also starting to think about courses for next year. Online now, you can find on the high school website, you can find the new program of studies for 2013-2014. If you click on the counseling tab and look at the links on the left-hand side, you'll find the link to the new program of studies. And that document contains all of your graduation requirements for your various graduating classes and also the course descriptions that are available for you to take a look at. We do have a couple new courses in the area of science. One is designed for juniors and seniors. It is going to be taught at the honors, level 1 and level 2. It's marine biology and oceanography, and there are some prerequisites for that class that include bio and chemistry, but that course description is there for you to peruse. The other course that's been added to science is also done in partnership with the Career and Technical Education Department. It's Physics for Engineering, and that class will be offered only at the honors level, and it's designed to give students a look at physics and also the different fields of engineering during the course of the year. So another exciting 2-credit course, new course for you to take a look at. In addition to that, all of our rising sophomores, juniors, and seniors should take a look through the Fine Arts Department. In that area, you're going to find some revisions to the photography curriculum, and you're also going to find some revisions to ceramics. So there are some exciting changes happening and some different courses being offered next year that we hope you'll take a look at. In the coming weeks, your teachers will be making their level recommendations for your major academic classes, and during the first week of February, the counselors will be meeting with students in the 2 library classrooms and probably room 501 as well to actually do the course registration process and add your course requests in for next year. So scheduling starting to happen. I would take a look through the program of studies online, and I'd start to have some conversations with your teachers so that you can start figuring out what you want to do for next year. As always, the counselors down here are available to assist you, and please come on down if you have any questions about the courses or the process for the coming year. Thanks, and good luck on your midterms.
The Amity Student Government is holding its annual clothing drive until January 24th, 2013. All donations will benefit a local domestic abuse shelter in the New Haven area. During the winter months, clothing is of dire need, and all donations of gently used clothing, discounting undergarments, will be graciously accepted. Student Government hopes to make this year's drive surpass all other previous years. Boxes are now set up outside the main office for donations. Scheduled local pickups for exceedingly large donations may be made through Student Government Advisor Len Marazzi. If you have any questions, please see Len Marazzi or either of the drive co-chairs, Sarah Gantz or Matt DeMeo. Amity's musicians held their annual winter concert last month. PJ Colapietro has more on the show.
The Amity High School Music Department held its annual winter concert on December 19, 2012 in the John J. Brady Center for Performing Arts. The winter concert has been an annual performance since the 1950s. The concert highlighted the work of many different music groups from the Amity, including the jazz band, combined choirs, chamber singers, string ensembles, symphony orchestra, and a concert band. These music groups perform classic holiday songs like Winter Wonderland, as well as renditions of modern strings from Trans-Siberian Orchestra like the Christmas Eve Sarajevo. This year's winter concert was dedicated to the families and victims of the Sandy Hook tragedy. The dedication helped increase the audience turnout this year, which organizers hope will continue in years to come. The performance served to cap off the 2012 calendar year. Now Amity's music program can focus on the many events and performances that await them in the spring of 2013, including the participating and the pit orchestra for the upcoming musical Sweeney Todd and the ever-popular Pops performances.
Last Thursday, January 10th, Amity held a drug awareness seminar in the lecture hall. Students were invited to come and speak to experts about drug abuse and the consequences of drug use and abuse. A PowerPoint presentation was shown explaining common misconceptions about frequently used drugs among adolescents. The student participation and active questioning was a lot better than the presenters expected. Students hope the seminar will return in the future.
This year's boys basketball team is on a fast break towards the playoffs. I had a chance to speak with the team on their season so far and their hopes for the playoffs. Coming off of last year's 16-4 season, the Amity boys varsity basketball team has had a tough set of opening games so far. After beating East Haven 49-39, they had two rough matches against Fairfield Prep and Hamden. The team has picked up steam since, winning their games against Cheshire, Brantford, Hand, and Oxford, with a 5-2 record so far. Coach Jeff Nielsen believes that some of the toughest teams are already behind them.
Biggest rival was tonight was playing Cheshire. They're a very important rival for us. The other toughest teams on the schedule this year would be Fairfield Prep as well as Hamden.
Nielsen has an extensive history in the sport of basketball, which is bound to help the team. Having played since he was a child, the future coach continued to play throughout high school and even in college.
I've coached 17 years overall for Amity. I was a JV coach for 2 years, and this is my 15th year as the varsity coach, and that's my whole career.
While the team has lost graduates Zachary Cohen, Kevin Russell, Alexander Palkowski, and Kevin Kochis, this year's record shows that the team is still fighting strong. Captain Zach Campbell believes that the team is still extremely competitive.
We lost a lot of toughness, a lot of experience, but we've been playing with us guys on the team this year. Have been playing together since we were real young, so we have a lot of chemistry, and that's our advantage this year.
Coach Nielsen echoed this statement. The captains, coaches, and players all see themselves in the playoffs this year. The team is supported by a large group of students known as the Amity Army. Communicating over Facebook and Twitter, the group planned a whiteout on the first home game against Hamden. On their shirts, many wore the letters SHES for Sandy Hope Elementary School. They also had the names, some even with the pictures, of students and teachers who passed in the tragedy. At the second home game against Cheshire, they planned for the opposite, with the whole student section in a blackout. The most recent game versus Hand had the Army in tropical clothing. The team has high hopes for the rest of the year, which are all obtainable if they keep the same level of strength and determination they've shown for the past 2 months. For Amity Real News, I'm James Ottaviano. The second annual Candy Cane Classic pitted Amity, Woodland, and Sonia and Oxford against one another in a boys and girls basketball tournament on December 28th and 29th. Both Amity teams won the tournament. The Lady Spartans pressed the court to defeat the Woodland Regional High School Hawks 44-8 and win. The wins brought the Lady Spartans to a 6-1 season. Amity's athletic director, Paul Mangold, admitted that he could not remember another Lady Spartan team with a record at that point in the season. At the conclusion of the tournament, both Chloe Brinton and Michaela Schmidt were named to the all-tournament team, while Molly Ronan was most outstanding player for the girls' team. For the boys, Captain Zach Campbell was awarded most outstanding player, and Gardner Broderick was named to the all-tournament team.
The boys' ice hockey team have slid into the state competition twice in the past 5 years, and this year they hope to do so again. Hi, I'm Haley Cobra here at Bennett Rink in West Haven, where the boys' ice hockey team hope to skate into another SEC and state championship. This year's team leaders are very conscious to be better captains than last year's. They are more focused on the team and the bigger picture and less concerned about themselves.
We help our team out, we respect each other, and we're not really self-centered like last year's captains.
The captains hope to lead this year's team to another championship. What makes these captains stand out from those in years past is their will to win while also focusing on helping the team improve itself.
Our skills and our record definitely try to make it as far as we can, especially since my senior year. I want to win a state championship.
The players are confident that they will win either an SEC or state title, and even coaching staff sees this year's tournament play to be promising.
Well, obviously goal number 1 is to get there, and we have 5 wins so far, so we need another 3 just to qualify. Another goal of ours is to win the SEC, so we'll see where that goes. And obviously, once you get in, anything can happen. And we've known that from the past. So it's 2 state championships. We've been a little spoiled, but that's what our ultimate goal is, to get to Yale and win it.
The fact that Amity doesn't have its own facility does present a challenge to the team, and coaches have had to alter their method of coaching. Limited ice time means limited practice.
I don't think it really affects them. They've come from different communities. They've played in Yale youth hockey, Southern youth hockey, West Haven, so they've been around the other rinks. So I don't think it's a big impact on them. They adjust and they, make any adaptations they need to, or accommodations. So.
When asked how it affected the players, both Flynn and Nizzolo said it was sometimes difficult for the underclassmen to get rides to the rink or to be there on time.
It makes it a little trickier because we have to get here on time, especially for right after school practices, and so captains and other upperclassmen need to be here to give young underclassmen rides, and it makes it a little harder, but we work over it.
However, sharing their home ice has not altered the boys' hockey program here at Amity. Instead, Amity has been one of the most standout teams in the state.
Again, it's the dedication. Again, the coaching staff here, we have 6 individuals on the coaching staff now, 2 former players that played for Amity, Jeff Buchter and Brian Gonzalez. And, the dedication of the players, and luckily we had some, great players come through with Brian Kanakis and the Montinis and, right down the line. We definitely had the benefit of having some great players come through in the recent years.
The boys this year have set very high goals for themselves, and all their hard work and dedication is sure to pay off in the end. Although the road to the state championship will not be an easy one, the team and coaching staff is certain that this team can and will go the distance. For WABN Real News here at Amity, I'm Haley Kober. Originating in the military with a single person brandishing their country's flag, Color Guard has evolved into an entertainment spectacle similar to dance theater. Amity's Color Guard program has been around for 5 years and is now beginning to receive support from the administration. Dan Staffieri, Assistant Band Director, has been teaching Color Guard for 10 years. Kelly Whittington, the Amity's Color Guard Director, has been involved with Color Guard since 2001 and has been working with Amity for 5 years. The Color Guard program is active at Beecher in the Bethany Community School as well as the junior high school. As well as performing with the band, Color Guard also enters competitions against other schools from Newtown, Trumbull, Norwalk, and Cheshire. 5 judges at the competitions evaluate the team's equipment, choreography, mechanical, and artistic quality of the design and staging, as well as the overall performance. The next competition is in Trumbull on February 9th.
That will do it for your news today. For all of us at Amity Real News, I'm James Ottaviano.
And I'm Haley Kober. Stay classy, Amity.